Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. Today, we are going to delve into Ravnica Remastered. Is it a boom? Is it a bust? What does the future hold for us? And with the data we currently have, what does that mean for the product? So, before we get started, don't forget comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Comments down below help promote the YouTube algorithm so that people will actually watch this crap. So, yeah. Links in the description. eBay, TCG Player Store. It might not be up yet. I don't know. I'm still in the process of moving. We talked about that. Um. Also, we're on Rumble. Check us out over there. Quick subscription will keep us sponsor free. However, as I've mentioned before, if anybody out there knows the ShamWow people, I would love to do a ShamWow commercial. I love ShamWow, and some of you guys have told me in the comments section that ShamWows really work. And I'm so happy that it's true because just wait, there's more. Anyway, so moving on, Ravnica Remastered, what does it mean? So, first off, let's take a look at the collector box that we see right here 271. So, quick recap on what we talked about to begin with. Uh, as we know, this was pre-fire sold on Amazon, the draft boxes, at an amazingly cheap rate, which did a lot of damage to the product. A lot of people didn't even buy it, even on Amazon. But what we have here, if we look at TCG Player now, all the cards have been spoiled. We know what's coming out in the set. You can see here there actually is some movement the last couple days on TCG Player. People buying these boxes. Um, over the last couple days, but the movement is slow. I mean, on the first, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It looks like for the month, we're selling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like we're averaging anywhere from 4 to 8 sales a day um, of collector boxes. Which is not a lot. They started at 288. They've already plummeted, and they're on the way down. Um, so it's not looking good from this standpoint. So before I give you my final outcome on this, let's take a look on TCG Player for what we have just in general. So if we go back to the main page, you can see here the draft boxes are 170. So let's address the first monster in the room. Are the cards worth it? So, as you can see here, some of the highest price cards we have that you can pull are right around 50 at best, and then down from there. If you scroll down, all those cards that are above $40, there's just 6 of them, and they're all alternate art cards, which are only in the collector boosters. So that's the first downfall of draft. These cards will not be in this box. Secondly, borderless cards will be harder to get in a draft box. Also, we're talking 25. This one was 30. Now it's all the way down to 10. This one's 30. This one's 30. This one's around 25. And then it sits around that 25 to 30 range. But again, this is only a collector box card. This is only a collector box card. Same here. The odds of getting these cards in the draft box is very slim. Also to note, some cards that are in the set are only in the collector box, not in the draft. So that also holds a lot of problem. Also, you're looking at shock lands that are expensive only because they're borderless. Getting regular shock lands is not going to do you any good. If we look at just normal cards, like a breeding pool's 18 bucks, this is 17. As you guys know, and we've seen this with fetch lands when they came out in cons, they came out 25, 30 bucks. Heck, look at Modern Horizons 2. The fetch lands came out 40, $35. They're down to 10 to 15. These aren't fetch lands, they're shock lands. Multiple reprints, more reprints than fetch lands, and they have a higher price tag. These prices are going to drop. All these prices will. We see it every time card sets like this come out. The prices drop, and as you get down in here, you see cards that get cheaper and cheaper. Even some of the anime cards are not holding a whole lot of value. So it's really not a good thing, because as we know, when this product comes out, there will be, as the boxes get cracked in mass across the U.S., the globe in general, mainly if you talk about the U.S. market. In the U.S. market, these card values, which are now currently listed, will go down the more people have access to this product. We see it with every set that comes out. And with that, the one thing I really want to kind of put a caveat on this is every remaster set that we've had so far, even Time Spiral Remastered, has failed in some way, shape, or form. Remastered for Time Spiral skyrocketed first because it was a very low print run, but then all the scamming started. People putting boxes on Amazon, which were resealed, and people getting bad product, and then people stopped buying the boxes because they were so scared of it, driving the price down because they were scared they were going to buy a box and get scammed. And then Dominaria Remastered came out, and they overprinted it to the point that they collapsed the product and did Amazon dumps with it. So, what does that mean for this product? We've talked before that they're going to cut back print runs. Will they or will they not? We don't honestly know. But I have two pieces of data that will give us an idea on whether or not they will cut back print runs. And if this data is true, it's very disturbing and really spells doom for this product. So now remember, this is just information I found on the internet. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not telling you whether or not this will or will not succeed. This is from my personal opinion and from the data that I found that they will allow us to have and that people's drummed up, because let's be honest, if they just gave us the real data, we could make an actual assumption. Since they won't, people make the assumptions that they can, which is probably close, because if the data is not good enough to put out to the public, it's probably bad data and will be bad for their product. So first off, we have an article here about serialized cards inside the Ravnica Remastered set. So this is from Riley Hicks on MTG Rocks. And I'm not going to read the whole article. I just want to get to the part that's important to me. We see the beautiful cards here that everybody's saying that they're going to want. But here's the thing that caught my attention. If you go down here, where is it at? Here it is. So here he states 35 serialized cards out of 500, with there being, if there's one in every 12 boxes, which is probably the going rate right now. They've really reduced how many serialized cards there are. That's 300,000 boxes of collector boosters. That is an insanely high amount, in my personal opinion. Now, we honestly don't have print run numbers and what have you. But for me, 300,000 boxes is a lot of product. Now, we're really looking for, we talked about products like this. This is just collector boxes. This does not include draft boxes. The draft boxes, heaven forbid, are probably way higher than this. If this number is correct, that he's reported on right here. So that's already a bad sign for this to be in a collectible product. It's really going to be if this is true, it's going to be a money milking scheme that's probably going to collapse worse or as bad as Dominaria Remastered. And a lot of people don't want to hear that, and a lot of people don't believe that. That's on you. That's your opinion. This is my opinion from the data I have. Now, with that being said, when I found this information, I looked up anything I could find online, anywhere, of information about serialized cards for this product. Something else that popped up during the Google search was, I searched here, I just put in Ravnica Remastered serialized cards, and on this one, you can see here, let me see if I can get in the picture better for you. Sorry about this. There we go. Serialized cards. It says there are 64 retro frame rares and mythics that are retro frame rares and mythics. Rares serialized out of 500 appear in a double rainbow version of our traditional foil, and you can find one in 1% of collector boosters. Now, this is stating there are 64 serialized cards, not 35. So what does that mean? Well, that means if we do simple math, which is going to be off, but hey, I'm off. That's just how I am. If we look over here, and if 35 cards is going to give us 300,000 boxes, 65, which is basically double, is 600,000 collector boxes. Now, let's say we tone it down a little bit because, 70 is not 65. Um, so if we take the 5 serialized cards by 500, which is 2,500, times that by 12, that's 25,000. So we're really going to have 550 on the low side, 550,000 collector boxes if these reports are correct. And for me, that's disaster for this product right here. It's in no way good, in no way good for these card prices. As you guys know, I bought some remastered Dominaria, and did some box openings through a couple of the Amazon dumps last year. At 160, 170 a box. I personally think these boxes will be as cheap and go down as far, or at least the card values in there will not be worth it or have the resale value we're looking for if you're looking to make a flip. So that leaves out collectors, it leaves out investors, and for the most part leaves out much stores to do box openings to sell singles. Now, some people will do it, some people will make money to some degree. But it's going to be based on how fast you get the cards out there, get them sold at a higher price before the price plummets, which we can see here people already have listings up and the set's not even out for another couple months. So in 30 days, we'll get a better idea of what's going on. But with there not being any high dollar cards, I mean, barely $50 at best, at best. This is not a product or a remaster set that can command this kind of price. Because here's the thing: as we play this game, and Wizards keeps reprinting these massively expensive, well, what used to be expensive modern cards, the price is going to drop until the remastered sets that come out for $300, $180, $200 a box has no cards left except for cards that are maybe worth $20. And then you're paying $300 for a collector, maybe $200 after tax and all that stuff for a draft box, which is almost double the price, or $50, $60 more for what you're going to pay for a standard set for non-reprint new cards that are going to be serialized, have some kind of special treatment at a cheaper cost with a higher value. I mean, let's just be honest. If we look at this, and this is the best that a remastered set can do price-wise, and we go into someplace, and let's just say we look at Wilds of Eldraine with their new cards, we have new cards sporting over 50, right? And that's extended art. This aren't even foils. And as you can see, there's a 37.99. These are standard cards. Have these prices dropped? Yes, they have. Are they lower than remastered? Of course they are. But if you remember when these cards first came out, they were toting the same $20, $30 prices that remastered cards had. For example, Moonraker, it's only a $15 card now. If you look at the price, at one point it was $35. That's up with the kind of card you would get, or $25, sorry, for the non-foil. That's what the kind of card value you get out of Ravnica Remastered. And it's just went down from there to 15 or 17. So, honestly, it's not boding well for these reprints because they are reprints and not new cards. Yeah, they may have an old card value of $30 or $40, but as we know, new card values don't hold up when you reprint them like this in a remastered set. So, long story short, what do I think? As we pull back, let me get back to remasters. What's my opinion? I'm not buying this product. I'm skipping the product. The only way I'm going to buy it is if it does plummet on TCG Player. Probably I'm going to guess down to the 160, 170 mark. I'd probably buy collectors only. I would never touch the draft boxes in this. Draft boxes are not going to be something that you could put money into and get money back, so I would avoid it with a passion. If you want to draft and you want to draft remastered, have at it. It'll be fun. It'll be expensive, but it'll be fun probably. These are lots of good cards, very powerful cards. Um, but yeah, I think my personally, not financial advice, is that this will be a product that collapses, card values will go down, and it will be uh, a bad experience for everyone involved, and start Wizards off with a real shit show at the beginning of 2024. Because let's be honest, you want to look at this and try to say how great it is, and I believe me, I want it to be as good too. But when you do things like look up, let's see here, just look up Dominaria Remastered. The last remastered set, you got draft boxes at 90, collectors at 165, and there's still sporting cards that are 40, $50, but there's only one card, and the rest are down into 20s and 10s. So I think this is where Ravnica Remasters is gonna head. Mainly because Dominaria and a lot of cards that are in there, there's not things like Force of Will and Vampiric Tutor, um, Sylvan Library, all the tutors really, Yawgmoth. There are better cards in Dominaria Remastered at a lower price. So I just don't see, me personally, how Ravnica Remastered is going to stand the test of time and hold any value. But that's just me. As always, if it does bottom out, I'll probably buy some and do some box openings and see what it's like. But I just see this as a big reason not to get in there, because to me it looks like a waste of money. So tell me your comments down below what you think. How do you think it's going to play out? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think it's going to actually hold value? Yes, there's no serialized cards in here, but you can't hold serialized cards as the one thing that's going to make everything great in the world, because what if it doesn't work, and serialized cards don't save the product? So with that said, as always, guys, thanks for watching. And until next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you across from a game table. I really hope it doesn't fail. But then again, if it does go down to 165, I mean, I could not just. I have to buy boxes, right? Like,